Well, hello out there again, YouTube. John back again. Last couple weeks have been really good. Got a ton of Laserdiscs. Actually got a month's worth of Blu-rays and DVDs as well that I've been meaning to catch up on and show you guys. So, you know what? Let's get started with the Laserdiscs. First couple ones, my buddy Kevin over at the Laserdisc Forever Facebook page, he gave these to me. First one we got is Time Bandits. Now, you know what? I can't really talk about this. I've never seen it. I just know that it's a Terry Gilliam movie, and I hear nothing but good things about it. So, one of these days, I'll give it a watch. Next one up, one of the, more underrated horror films of the 1990s. We got The Relic. Really good movie. I actually have this on Blu-ray. I did have this on Laserdisc at one point in time, but my copy was very warped, and it wouldn't play near the end. Kevin hooked me up with a copy of this, so I'm actually glad to have this one back. Next up, another one he hooked me up with. Got Hardware. I have this on VHS. I only saw it one time. I remember I liked it, but I haven't seen it again in quite some time, so I'm glad he gave me this so I can check it out again. Hopefully I'll like it. Alright, now, next couple ones up here. I don't know if not a lot of you guys know this, I actually live near Chicago, and near Chicago there's a little place called Beverly Records, and there's been a Craigslist ad floating around for about 2 years of saying that, oh, we have all these Laserdiscs for sale, $2 a piece. Well, I went up there about maybe a year ago, and I inquired about it, and the guy didn't know what I was talking about. And they only had like maybe 20 or 30 discs on the floor, and I walked away empty-handed. So that ad's been floating around for the last, year and a half, let's say. So I finally decided to call on it. I'm like, you know what, why do you keep putting this up here? So I called, and I talked to the guy, and he said, oh, we have them in our warehouse. I'm like, so for 2 years, I could have went and checked out your warehouse. Okay, so I went up there, picked up a bunch of good stuff for $2 a piece. Let's start with, like, one of the better finds that I picked up was Napoleon. I can't say anything about this. I just know it's a very, very rare disc because due to music rights issues and so. I did watch some of it. I really wasn't too impressed with it. I don't think I'm going to keep it. I actually have it on sale on eBay right now, so if anyone wants to throw a bid on it, go ahead, but it wasn't for me. All right, next one up. Martin Scorsese film I've never seen. New York, New York. Can't tell you anything about it, but Scorsese is right up there with Tarantino for me. He's one of my favorite filmmakers, so anything he did, I'll watch. So, there we go. Next one up, we got a Sergio Leone classic, Once Upon a Time in the West. Saw this a very long time ago. Remember, I liked it, so figure for Laserdisc, $2. I'll pick it up. And we got, of course, the companion piece, Sergio Leone's final movie, Once Upon a Time in America. Arguably one of the best gangster films of all time. Great performances all around by the entire cast. I've always loved this movie. I now have this on Laserdisc, and I have 2 different copies of it on Blu-ray. So, next up, we got Motown 25, Yesterday, Today, Forever. Couldn't believe I found this one for $2. I watched the special on VHS way back when. The DVD, I really never had an interest in buying because, I know the surround sound's not that great. So, glad to find this in the regular digital 2-channel sound. So, very good. Next up, Legend. Only ever watched this one time, but figured $2 on Laserdisc. Why the hell not? Good little movie. Actually, pretty decent transfer for something done about 30 years ago. Alright, next up, my absolute favorite war film of all time, Apocalypse Now. Won't talk too much about it, just the fact is I already have this one on LD, but I picked it up because this is the remastered digital sound edition. Actually goes back to the original 6-track masters and gives off the good surround sound if you have an AC3 decoder. So, alright, next up, now this one I couldn't believe, on these next two actually, couldn't believe I found for a great price. Ended up picking this one up sealed, but as you can see, I kind of broke it. Drop Dead Fred. Great funny movie from the 90s. I watched this on VHS way back when. The DVD is a pain in the butt to chase down. Couldn't believe I found it. Because the DVD, the DVD actually uses the Laserdisc transfer. So it's like by having the Laserdisc, it's better by contrast. So glad I found it on Laserdisc. Couldn't believe I found it for a great price. And of course, now this one of my childhood favorites. We got Little Monsters. Just picked this one up on DVD. You're going to see a little thing of that as well. I saw this movie way back in 1990. My aunt, for my birthday one year, she, I don't advocate piracy, but back in the 90s, I guess you could say it was okay. My uncle, her husband, ended up, dubbing me a VHS tape that had Little Monsters, The Wizard, and Back to the Future Part 2. And I'm telling you, I wore that thing down to the nub, when I was done. I watched all those movies all the time. So, I never actually owned Little Monsters on any disc format up until this last 2 weeks. So, very glad to have this one of my pretty much all-time favorite movies of my youth. All right, now this next one, picked this one up, these next two actually, I want to say two, yeah. Picked these up from a Laserdisc Forever member. Ended up getting Outland. Never seen it, but I know it's a good Peter Hyams movie, and of course it's Sean Connery, so I'll check it out. All right, next one up, and of course we got my favorite band. Got Rush Chronicles. You know, I have this on DVD, but let's be honest, you want to get this for the original 2-channel digital stereo sound. This almost completes my Rush collection. I am just one disc away from having them all. All I need is the exit stage left disc, but I need it with the digital sound, not the analog. All right, now, the last 4 Laserdiscs I think you guys are really going to enjoy. Picked these one up, a combination of Laserdisc Database and a Laserdisc Forever member named Steve Grogan. He hooked it up really good. First one we got, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Elite Special Edition. Glad to have this one. Been after this for a while. There was a seller on Laserdisc Database that had this and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Put in a decent offer. They accepted it. Got it within 3 days. Very glad to have these. And of course, I also have part 2, by the way. But the one that I never thought I'd get, and this is the one that Steve Grogan hooked me up with, and he gave it to me for a really good price, but I won't disclose it. We got the return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I got it with the actual OBI strip. You know, say what you will about the movie, may not be that great to a lot of people. A lot of people may hate it. I enjoy it for its badness. Plus, believe it or not, Matthew McConaughey does a really good job in the movie. He goes way over the top. Renee Zellweger, on the other hand, who cares? But it's all about Matthew McConaughey for this case. All right, and last Laserdisc we got, Steve Grogan hooked it up again. We got Cannibal Ferox. Again, not going to disclose how much I paid, but didn't pay too much. Ended up getting this one with the original Vomit Bag and the 45 RPM record. This is just a great freaking movie. I saw this one back on VHS when I was 15 under the original Make Them Die Slowly moniker. Loved it from the get-go. I had it on DVD. Years ago I lost it. Either I lost it or I sold it. I really can't remember. But after I saw this one for sale, I'm like, okay, I gotta buy it. This one's going to be mine. The Blu-ray is coming back out, and I probably will be buying it, but I just wanted to get it on Laserdisc. So let me give it a quick pause. All right, paused is over. All right, so now we're going to do my Laserdisc, or not Laserdisc, excuse me, DVD and Blu-ray pickups. Let's just start with the DVDs. We'll make them quick. Grabbed that one at a pawn shop earlier this week, Cat's Eye. This one's actually out of print. Goes for, you know, not too much on eBay, but it can still be had pretty cheaply. But picked it up for $1.50, ain't going to complain. All right, next one up, like I said, picked that one up. Just got that today in the mail, actually, Little Monsters. You know, got it brand new, had to open it, though, just to make sure everything was okay. Disc is in mint condition, can't argue there. This one actually set me back about $23 just to get it brand new, and this was an auction, believe it or not. So, can't believe this thing's, you know, getting up there in price, so glad to have that one. All right, now we're going to do some Blu-rays. All right, now as everyone knows, Mad Max Fury Road's going to be coming out tomorrow. So, of course, I had to go off and buy these. These were all on sale. Picked up Mad Max Scream Factory. Now, a lot of people have been, you know, complaining about the transfer, saying that they used a little bit too much filtering, a little bit extra cleanup, and the problem is that there's compression errors. So, outside of that, picked up the original Mad Max just so I could have the better transfer. You know, also picked up Road Warrior and Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Believe it or not, like I said, never actually owned any of these movies, but, you know, with Fury Road coming out next week, or excuse me, Fury Road coming out tomorrow, and everything's been on sale, so I figured, why the hell not? I'll pick it all up. It's all at a good price. So I've always loved all the Mad Max movies, so finally glad to have these. All right, now we got one of my all-time favorite comedies of all time. Now, this is a movie that I never, ever, ever in a million years thought it would ever come out on Blu-ray. But to my surprise, it actually did. The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. I've had this one on countless formats. I've had it on VHS. I've had it on the original DVD, which I still have. I have it on Laserdisc, and now I got it on Blu-ray. Just a great, funny movie. Again, one of them things you never thought, out of all the junk that comes out, this would come out. But they actually did a really good job with it. The transfer is very clean. The sound is very good. Just a great, funny movie. If anyone out there can find it, pick it up. All right, next one. We got a little Best Buy exclusive here. We got Commando Steelbook. This actually is the director's cut. It's exclusive to Best Buy right now. They did release this overseas, but unfortunately over here in the States, Best Buy is the only one carrying it. If any of you guys are going to try to find this, I wish you the best of luck, because right now none of these are on the shelves. All of them are out or in their back room right now in a box. So I had to do some arguing with the clerk to tell him that, hey, you can sell this to me. You're not breaking street date. Just sell me it. So anyway, all right. Now next one up, a couple of eBays, 2 eBay purchases. Now I told you guys in the last video that Tix went out of print due to Paramount not renewing their license for all the films. So another couple movies I told you to pick up, and I picked these up just because. Picked up The Boogans, never seen it, but again, I know it may be going out of print, so I picked it up just to be safe. And Stephen King's Thinner. This one I've seen countless times. Love this movie. Can't say what hasn't been said. I love it. Of course, last good pickup, I picked it up now. This one has been very hard to find in stores. This next one I'm going to show you guys. If any of you guys are out here in the Midwest like I am, we have a store called Meijer. And Meijer actually was the only, next to Barnes & Noble, I think, was the only brick-and-mortar store that actually got this in. And that was the Goodfellas 25th Anniversary Edition. The original Blu-ray was okay. I did not like the fact that it had a lossy Dolby Digital track. The transfer was alright, but the contrast was like severely boosted to give detail that really wasn't there. This one uses a brand new 4K master. A lot of people have been complaining about Black Crush on it. I really don't care. It really doesn't look that bad. It's just, if there is Black Crush, so be it, but the extreme amount of detail that is in this transfer is astoundingly good. I just cranked it on the home theater. I've never heard it sound this good outside of a film print. So, all right, got that little pile out of the way. Next one up, we got a couple of, these are mostly online purchases here. Picked this one up off a Horror BD and DVD Collector member off Facebook. Or no, excuse me, I lied. I got this one off eBay for $10. Got Never Sleep Again on Blu-ray. Phenomenal documentary. Always love this one. I have the other one. You'll see it. I have the Jason one. But this one I've always liked a lot more, because it seems that this one has... They literally got everybody to talk. I think without Johnny Depp or Patricia Arquette, which is understandable, but... everybody else, you name them, they got them. They were able to recollect everything. It was a phenomenal documentary. I only wish the Jason one was a little bit better, but when I show you the video, when I show you the copy of that one, I'll go into it. All right, next one I picked up was Chaplin. Never seen this, but I heard it was slipping out of print, so Lionsgate Shop actually had a copy of it, so I picked it up. Now, like I said, we're going to talk about it. There he is. Good old Crystal Lake Memories, Complete History, Friday the 13th. Now, you know what? I do like this documentary. I don't hate it. Okay, there's just a few things I don't like about it. The only thing I don't like mainly is the lack of certain people that would come to talk. So many people, this is a big franchise, and you'd figure a lot of people out there would talk. My main argument here, and this is probably my main one, screw everything else. This is my main argument with this documentary. They could not get Steve Miner to do any interviews. That is something I really don't get. He made his career with the Friday the 13th franchise, the first 3 in particular, because he was the producer on the first one, and he directed the second one and the third one. You'd figure, he would at least come back to talk about, all the things he did in his career, how Sean S. Cunningham helped him have a career, but nope, he would just rather sit there idly by, and, he'll record a commentary for Halloween H2O, but, he won't go talk about the first 3 Jason movies he had his hand in. So, other than that, though, pretty decent documentary. Sorry for the rant. All right, next up, picked this one up at Walmart. Found this in the 788 bin. Good little deal. Got the Mimic 3 film set. Only seen Mimic. Great movie. I have the first Mimic on Laserdisc. I like the director's cut here. I've never seen 2 or 3, but for $8, I figure not. And these next 2 I picked up off Hastings. They had a sale. Three Stooges, Triple Features, Volume 1 and 2. Couldn't tell you seen anything about these, but I'm a huge Three Stooges fan. I have the big box set on DVD with all the shorts, so had to get these to complete the set. All right. So next up, we got, this is going to be a mixture of Pawn Shop, FYE, Disc Replay, blah, 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 blah. This is a little bit of everything here, guys. So, we got Be Cool. Picked that one up, I think, $2. Not the greatest movie ever, but I like John Travolta, so what the hell. All right, next up. Picked this one up, FYE, and buy one, get one 50%. Picked up SWAT. pretty good little movie. It's going out of print, or this version is going out of print, so had to pick that one up. And had to, with the buy one, get one, got Run Lola Run. Both of these, don't let the prices dissuade you. This was actually a combined purchase, only cost me $7.50. That was an old sticker. But Run Lola Run may be going out of print, so had to pick that one up while I did. All right, yesterday got Wanted, half-price books, $2. Pretty good movie, saw it in theaters. All right, next one, got Taken. Picked it up for $4. Why not? I owned it once before, sold it away in a crab stack, but figure I'd get it back for $4. Next one up, owned this one too, got rid of it, kind of regretted it, glad I got it back. Pan's Labyrinth, great movie. Not the greatest Blu-ray, a lot of digital noise reduction, but it's really not that obtrusive, so pretty good. Next one, found this one at a pawn shop, got Three Amigos. Love this movie, very underrated, just a great comedy classic. All right, next one up, picked this one up at Disc Replay, got Maniac. One of the best remakes I've ever seen. The original's phenomenal. This is just a very good remake. I wish a lot of remakes could do what this one did. All right, next one. Picked this one up at Disc Replay for $4.99. 13th Floor. I saw this one a few years, I don't want to say a few years ago. I saw this one about 15 years ago. I remember I liked it, but then I was reading a little forum saying about how this one just went out of print, and I knew that my Disc Replay had it, so I snatched it up and got tired of sitting on it. I watched it recently. You know what? Pretty good movie. Worth the $4 investment. If it goes out of print, oh well, at least I got a copy. All right. Next one up. Green Lantern. You know what? Picked it up for $3. Not going to complain about it. I enjoyed it. You know, it was, a lot of people hated it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cheesy. So you know what? I enjoyed the hell out of it. All right, second to last one. Picked this one up in an FYE. Had to pick up Blue Thunder. Never seen this one, but I know that this one is out of print, and the re-release has a lossy Dolby Digital. I don't even know if it's 2.0 or 5.1, but it's lossy, and I don't want it, and it has no bonus material. So, last one up out of the pawn shop pile. This one I actually did pick up at a pawn shop. Got 300 Complete Experience, ran me $5. I have always liked this movie. You know, I like the visual effects, but, you know, I haven't watched it in quite some time. I figure for $5 to get this one, why not? All right, now, last but not least, we got one more little pile for you guys. So, I don't know if any of you guys keep active in the forums or not, but there's, out here, I know nationwide we have, you know, Dollar General, Family Dollar. Then there's another store called Big Lots. Well, they've been having some pretty good Blu-rays came into their stores recently. So I've been buying a few of them here and there, but ended up getting a pretty good sized pile from Dollar General and Big Lots. So let's start with the Big Lots. Ended up picking up Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Never seen this one. This is Dollar General, by the way. Taking Pelham 1, 2, 3. Really good movie. You know, not bad for a $5. Next, picked up this one, the original Pink Panther. Never actually seen it, but you know what? I heard it's going out of print. So for $5, I'll give it a watch. If I don't like it, oh well. Next one up, really good movie I've always enjoyed, Sid and Nancy. I've actually had this one on VHS way back when. Never had it on DVD, but finally upgraded to the Blu-ray. Great movie. You know, I love the music. I love the story. Gary Oldman just gives a great performance. Pretty much this is the movie that made his career. All right, next up, movie I haven't seen this one since it originally came out, with Thelma and Louise. You know, for $5, picked it up. I'm going to revisit it. And another one I was glad I found, I was digging. I found this one sitting in the bin. It's Twisted Sister Live at Wacken. I was very, very happy to find this one. I am a huge Twisted Sister fan. You know, it's like Twisted Sister, Rush, and like everybody else. For $4, finally picked this one up. Actually has DVD and the CD, so very happy to have this. I don't want to open it anytime soon because I don't want to scratch anything. All right, last pile is the Big Lots pile. So this is a bunch of stuff that Big Lots got in over the last couple weeks. Picked up All About Eve, digibook format. Again, never seen it, couldn't tell you anything about it, but figure it was $5. I know it's out of print, so figure I'd pick it up. All right, next one I picked up was A Better Tomorrow. I know it's a remake. I love the original. Never seen this one, but for $3, why not? Next up, my buddy Kevin recommended this one to me, Let the Bullets Fly. Never seen it, but again, $3, safe bet. I hear it's a really good movie. All right, now this one's opened up, but got Porky's. Seen that one so many times. Great freaking movie. As soon as I bought it, I opened it, so there you go. All right, these are a bunch of Sony. Well, you know what? Let me do the one more Fox title here. We got Miller's Crossing. Never actually seen it. So, you know, I figure it's a Coen movie that I've never seen. I'm kind of like mad at myself for not seeing it. So, you know what? I get to watch it finally. Picked it up for $5. All right, now before we get to the Sony pile, I got last one. Picked up Swelter. Never seen it. Only bought it because Van Damme's in it. There you go. All right. Now we got the little Sony pile. We got Gridiron Gang. Now, as a matter of fact, I think the next couple movies, I'm trying to get them organized here at the other hand. These next couple ones are actually out of print because they've been re-released by Mill Creek, and they haven't really done, you know, a spectacular job. So, like I said, we got Gridiron Gang. Never seen it. Got it on clearance. Had to pick it up because I don't want to, if I'm going to see it, I don't want to watch it on the Mill Creek Blu-ray. Next one up, Last Action Hero. Now, this is just, you know, great freaking movie. I don't care what anybody says. You can bash it all day long. The Blu-ray is really good. I owned it once before, but then, you know, got rid of it in a crap stack. But now, when I found out that Mill Creek got their grubby little hands on it, had to pick up a copy of it. You know, this DVD is just so much better, or excuse me, this Blu-ray is just so much better all around. So, same thing with Anaconda. Never actually owned this one on any format. So this is my first time owning this movie. Same thing, the Blu-ray is horrible by contrast, so the Mill Creek Blu-ray is horrible, so I had to get the Sony one before it went out of print. And next one we got, now this one I've been wanting for a while, and I found the one copy that they had, Identity. Same thing, this one's going out of print. Mill Creek got their hands on it, and they released a very subpar Blu-ray, so this is the one to get, guys, if you want to track it down. Last one on that one, picked up La Femme Nikita. Never owned this on any format, first time owning it. And last but not least, for some shits and giggles and a pretty good laugh, picked up This Is the End. Very funny movie. Normally I don't like this type of comedy, but you know what? This movie made me crack up, so I enjoyed it. Anyway, guys, sorry for the long 20-plus minute video, but hopefully you enjoyed seeing all this cool stuff, and it's going to be a while before the next update because, as you can see with everything I bought here, I am 100% tapped out. On that note, guys, have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.